the South Coastal Hockey League.
Here come the Rangers trying to make something happen. Bobby Donahoe comes in, shot score.
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
The South Shore's premier Masters Hockey League.
Scott Kelly coming up the near side, top of the circle. Goal!
Featuring the legends.
Mike Simon go off to the net. Simon, oh, what a save by Rick Kelly. Net Brinkman gets a break, goes to the net and scores. Jerry Kavak, Freda, boom! Nice. We'll pick it up for the Canadians. 5:20 to go. Harnish in front, nice maneuver. Martin scores! 9 after tonight is Jim Stone. What a save! Across Anzoni, the shot. Oh, Jeff Holstein.
Get ready for South Coastal Hockey, the game of the week. Two teams will battle it out for a chance to hold the South Coastal Cup. Game on!
It's South Coastal Hockey This Week, the pregame show.
Let's join the South Coastal Hockey broadcast team and their guests for some insight into what's happening this week in the South Shore's premier Masters Hockey League.
It's South Coastal This Week, the pregame show.
Brought to you by Fallon Ambulance. We're driven to care.
Now let's join the South Coastal Hockey broadcast team.
Okay, guys, what's up?
Well, they are two of the elite as far as the South Coastal Hockey League goes. The Rangers and the Maple Leafs in a South Coastal League Classics Division matchup. With Bob Hayner, I'm Mark Duchamp, director John Grabowski, and the rest of our South Coastal Hockey League team. We've got a dandy coming up next on the South Coastal Sports Network.
This broadcast of the South Coastal Hockey Game of the Week is brought to you in part by underwriting from Inkstone Printing, Commercial Printers of Brockton, Hospitality Mutual Insurance of Westboro, Fallon Ambulance, Rockland Athletic Supplies, Dr. John Parker of the Parker Chiropractic Offices in Hanover, Panera Bread, the Sunshine Pool Company of Pembroke, Frano and Frano, CPAs of Braintree,
the new Schick Hydro, free your skin.
That Bloomin' Place, Route 53, Pembroke, by Holly Tree Dental in Hanover, and by Stephen Lee Jewelers of Quincy Square.
Get ready for South Coastal Hockey, the game of the week.
Rangers in the home white as they won last week, the first win of the season over the Canadians. Good reason. Guy out on the ice playing left wing wearing number 22 scored 3 goals. His first 3 of the season, Jimmy O'Toole. He is the key person as far as the Rangers go. And the Leafs, well, when you talk about the Leafs, there's a guy named Marty DeCourcy who can flat out play. And he has been flat out fantastic as far as the Leafs go. He's scored in each game that they have played so far. And right now, Paul Mayer trying to deflect it out of the zone. Gets help from Chris Harrington to clear it up the ice. Steve Bunch chases after it. Jeff Uva beats him to the puck. As Uva swinging around his own net. But Jimmy O'Toole, when he gets going, the Rangers get going. Bob Sideropoulos comes back. And Bob Sideropoulos working with him doesn't help. Doesn't hurt, I should say. It kind of helps. Jimmy Hutchinson should have had a goal. But somehow, those pads of Andy Pelly. Yes, those pads. It's the pads. We've been kidding Andy. He's wearing the Smith pads, the new pads. He just made a great save off Jimmy Hutchinson. We've been talking about it. He talked about in the beginning of the season the brand new pads. He gave up 4 in the game we did against the Canadiens. That's the only Leafs wins. Jimmy Smith comes back. Jimmy Smith carrying it in against Jeff Uva. Tries to center it for Marty DeCourcy. And had it blocked. DeCourcy trying to roll it down low. Marty DeCourcy. Boy, you talk about a team getting somebody. Billy Sartell is probably getting yelled at by half his teammates for feeding the Leafs Marty DeCourcy to go with guys like,
It's crazy just the way that these guys have always been, an offensive leader in the statistics department in this league, and then all of a sudden they get DeCourcy. And he, again, not a long-term Leaf. You're not used to referencing DeCourcy in a Leaf uniform or talking when they talk about the Maple Leafs and the longevity they've had and all the great players they had on this team. He doesn't come up. He hasn't been there long enough. But, boy, he has certainly made an early imprint on this roster and on this division.
Well, has he every 6 goals, 4 assists. As far as this one goes, Jack Carrig trying to dig it out. Jimmy Smith keeps it in. Jimmy Smith has had great success against the Rangers over the year. 2010, 2011, he had 8 goals against them, and he almost got a goal there. The first one of the season against the Rangers. Boy, of course, he really just set him up perfectly. Doc Smith getting a piece of it, so both goalies coming up big so far. Joe O'Connell chipped away from him by Jack Carrig. These two teams, it's like a heavyweight fight. You get the counter puncher, the Rangers, versus the guy who's going to throw the haymaker in the Leafs. Denton, poor pass. Darren Jacobs steals it, tries to center it. Denton recovers, knocks down the pass from him, and now gives it to Dave Evans. Evans on the breakout. Here comes Mike Ryan. Mike Ryan tries to snap it off, has it blocked at the Ranger defense. As Quinn got a piece of it, kept in, right point. As the shot by Dave Salvaggio's knocked down in front. Ryan from behind the net tries to wrap it around and ended up getting it off Smith's pads, and Bibeau clears it out to Denton. Denton now gives it up to Evans left side. Evans fires it, has it blocked. Evans ended up with the puck and tried to get it back. Salvaggio now rolls it in on Doc Smith. As Kevin Quinn for Jacobs past him. A little over 3 minutes played, no score. Both teams have had chances so far. Mudge carries it back in. Mudge fires it over the net, and the Rangers try to break out. Has the lead pass up the ice. Sent back in by Paul Mayer, and the Leafs just doing a good job and just cutting off the ice right now on the Rangers. Now the Rangers will try to get in the offensive zone. Bob Donahoe, backhand pass knocked down. Donahoe goes to the boards with Cleaves as it's Mudge trying to come up the near side. Mudge gets away from LaFawn to Bartlett. Mike Bartlett coming up the near side. Mike Bartlett trying to get around the Ranger defense of Kevin Keane. Tied up in the play. Loose puck comes out. And the Rangers' Jay Parker starts back for Paul LaFawn. LaFawn goes wide. Circle. Fires it across and through the crease into the far side boards. It comes out. And Chris Harrington just took forever. Just let the puck come to him. The puck kept dying on him. LaFawn, nice move. Broken up in the play. LaFawn has it in his skates. Malloy tries to come back for the Leafs. Gives it away from Tom Smith. Sean Malloy broken up in the play. Picked up Marty DeCourcy. Drops it back for Paul Mayer. One interesting scratch right now for the Rangers. No Bill Sawtell. Marty DeCourcy lost it. Tom Smith. As the Rangers start back, Sideropoulos fires it high and wide. Fans on the pass as he gets the rebound, and Mayer picks it up, tries to go around the boards. Uva pitches in from the right point, comes in, low circle. Uva tries to drop it off. Smith broke it up. Jimmy O'Toole keeps it in at the left point. Jimmy O'Toole's pass knocked down Marty DeCourcy. He recovers, gets it to Smith. Smith just lost it to Jim Smith. As Tom Smith just had it bounce over his stick, and Jim Smith starts back. Jim Smith tries to give it to DeCourcy. DeCourcy comes back, reaches for the puck, tied up by Sideropoulos. Marty DeCourcy gives it behind the net, a little too strong in the pass for Jim Smith. Rangers break out. Sideropoulos, as it goes off his stick, Don Studley sends it back in the Ranger zone. Now it's going to be a pass for O'Toole by him, and Studley comes back for it. 6:25 to go in a rapidly paced first period. No score. Jim Smith's pass knocked down at center ice. Jeff Gauthier tries to cycle it back, throws it to Jimmy Hutchinson, who clanks the post. Jimmy Hutchinson's had two great chances. One, he was denied by Andy Pelly. The other, he just hits the post. Leafs right now having trouble breaking out of the zone. Pelly just committed too soon and it allowed Jacobs to feed Bobby Bibeau for the goal.
Oh, Jacobs, I'm not sure he even saw Bibeau there, but he got a little, I think he was actually trying to shoot that puck on net, and noticed right at the last minute that Bibeau's over that far post. Andrew Pelly just a little early committed to that slot shot and couldn't get his pad over to make that save.
Jeff Uva gets the goal. Well, it's funny, last year Uva didn't score against the Leafs. 2 years ago, Uva had a couple of goals. The Ranger defenseman gets his first goal of the season. That's something that you're saying a lot as far as the Rangers go, except for Sideropoulos and O'Toole. Everybody else has just got 1 or 0 as far as the goals go, and the Rangers on top 1-0. David Evans coming back. Evans controls, passes to the middle, it slides by Bob Bibeau, and now he's able to recover for the Rangers. Flip it up the ice. Dave Denton has it. Denton for Ryan, broken up in the play. As O'Connell took forever to get out of the zone, and Darren Jacobs had to wait for him.
Yeah, Ryan holding on to that puck, trying to wait. He knew his man was offside, had him and clear the zone. Then by the time he got out of there, he had nothing left to do but dump it into the zone. It was a good play.
Tipped ahead, the Leafs sent down, and end up icing the puck. 1-0 in favor of the Rangers in the South Coastal Hockey League Game of the Week. Billy Hinchy and Jeremy Converse are officials. Let's give a little scoreboard for you right now. Blackhawks beat the Red Wings 2-1. Red Wings lose their first. John Dunn, the game winner. Crusaders beat the Sharks 3-2 in a shootout. Brian Murphy gets the only goal in the shootout for the Crusaders. When will Brian Murphy be traded, Rick? After getting that goal against you guys in the shootout. Okay. That's when the Sharks get a real goalie? Stingers 4 and the Saints 2.
Starting early.
That's true. I mean, we're being, we're the friendly team here at South Coastal Hockey League.
Well, Mike, you talk about the pace of play early on this period. We've got 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes left in this first period. There's been one whistle, and we've had 2 stoppers in play for goals. Otherwise, we've had one whistle, which is an icing call. It's just an amazing pace of play so far.
Mayer now picks it up as played offside, now waved off. I mean, it's just a great pace. Mayer at center ice. Chris Harrington just got tripped up in the play by the center ice line.
And it's a pace that, kind of obviously advantage Leafs for a pace like this. They like pressing it. The Rangers really aren't. We'll call them the rope-a-dope team in the Classic division. They more rely on their defense and make the most of their opportunities. They get a few a game, but they certainly make them count.
Sideropoulos sends it down low. Jimmy O'Toole picks it up in the corner. O'Toole backhands it to the far side. Sideropoulos just gives it off to Jacobs. Jacobs' shot gets blocked. Darren Jacobs, probably one of the most versatile players as far as the Rangers go. Play the forward at defense, whatever the team needs. Studley, good feet at center ice. Crisscrossing. Smith gives it off Malloy. As Malloy sends it across, Smith couldn't get it to it because Doc Smith knocked it away. 3 minutes, 5 seconds ago. Bob Bebo's got the Rangers on top, 1-0. Jimmy O'Toole lost it. Carrig has now Bebo. Sent down into the Leaf zone. Carrig. O'Toole send it, deflected off Carrig's skates, and now comes Jeff Hoover. Jeff Hoover knocked away Jim Smith. Now the breakout to Corsi, trying to get around Hutchinson, but lost control of the puck. Hutchinson picked it up, gave it to O'Toole. O'Toole lost it to Corsi, loose at center ice with some room to maneuver, but closed up by Jimmy O'Toole, who comes back. Ryan chasing O'Toole. Jimmy O'Toole. Ryan just cut him off, forced the turnover. Gauthier goes in and blocked by Doc Smith. But Mike Ryan, give him credit. That was just good, solid defense. He just hustled down Jimmy O'Toole and forced him into a turnover. Jeff Gauthier nearly got a clean, easy shot on net on Doc Smith.
Well, he did. Doc made a really good save there.
As the puck is iced, Steve Quinn will make his way out. Quinn had an equipment issue, according to Rick Kelly, and he's out. But Jeff
O'Toole trying to just get a little fancy and burn some time off, bring that puck back down the defensive zone, and tried to make a spin move on Ryan. And Ryan wasn't going to let him pick his pocket and stayed with him. Really did a good job of pinning him against the boards and creating that opportunity.
Yeah, somebody told me the Sharks had an equipment issue tonight. They showed up and put on their equipment.
Denton goes to fire it. He said it, not us. We didn't say a word, Rick. We were being nice. Feed for Gauthier by Denton. Gauthier will track it down. I still like the on the Shoot the Puck website. Will the Stingers go undefeated? Right now, the Stingers are just rolling. As it's iced by the Rangers, as the Leafs had chances in front but couldn't get anything on Doc Smith. But the Stingers are undefeated. That is amazing. They are playing very, very well.
Not something you would have. I don't think you would have picked them to do this strong so early this year, going into the season for sure.
John and I, were watching some of the game, and we were, the Stingers kept the pressure on throughout. They controlled the action. Pelly knocks down the Bebo, flick into the zone. Jacobs with a minute to go in the period. Tries to center it. Cleaves knocked it down. O'Connell has it behind the net. Back out. Quinn tries to line it up. Quinn shoots it to the near side corner. Mayer knocked away by Jacobs, but Mayer recovers. Paul Mayer tries a little bit of between the legs to get free. Jacobs forced the issue. Harrington sends it around the boards. Jacobs right there. Darren goes for the shot. Mayer blocks it. Keene fires it. Blocked. Andy Pelly went down way too quickly. Andy's aggressive tonight. Very aggressive. He just got too aggressive on the Bebo goal. As a 3-on-1 and Harrington couldn't finish because Doc Smith just smothered the near side corner. Studley, 8 seconds left. At center ice, Harrington flicks it in. This period is going to end with the Rangers on top on a Bob Bebo goal. Bebo from Jacobs, and the Rangers won. And the Leafs nothing. You're watching the South Coastal Hockey League Game of the Week on the South Coastal Sports Network.
Back here, Al Macarena after 1 period of play. Shots on goal. First period, Maple Leafs in favor, 6-3. Scoreboard in the Maple Leafs' favor as well right now. They got a 1-0 lead. I'm sorry, 1-1.
1-0. 1-0 Rangers.
Yeah, 1-0.
Well, the way the pace was, we were trying to catch. I don't know. We got rattled. We got rattled by Rick.
I was counting whistles. I wasn't counting goals.
I did it. With Bob Kaner and Rick Kelly and Director John Grabowski, the rest of our team, and Mark Duchamp. Bob Bebo off of Darren Jacobs' feet getting the only goal. But we had a heck of a pace for the first period. Started about 4 past 9. It's 9:17. DeCourcy, the steal, and slides it through, and Doc Smith stones Sean Malloy, who could try to tuck it between the pads. I was going to say that how quick was the first period? It's like in real time, it was 14 minutes for the 12-minute period. That was the amazing thing.
Doc Smith pulling an early Jersey barrier move on the Maple Leafs so far. He's made some really big saves early in this game.
Jeff Gauthier.
A lot of doorstep opportunities that Doc is just he's stoning them right now.
Doc's playing well. As the Rangers ice the puck. Well, the Rangers, I might say that they're up as far as goals against go. But the funny thing is, the only bad game was the one we brought you against the Bruins 2 weeks ago. And the Bruins were just on all cylinders that night. Other than that, the Rangers' defense has been solid. The Rangers and the Blackhawks, they were up 2-0 on them. They just couldn't put them away. They played well against the Red Wings in the opener and couldn't put them away. And here tonight, they're up 1-0. Leafs last week against the Blackhawks lost 3-2. And it was the best Leaf defensive performance of the season. That's, when you lose 3-2, that's kind of tough to say. Leafs have just offensively been the run and gun Maple Leafs so far. Craig tries to get it, hits the side of the net. Jim Smith tries to wrap it home and couldn't. Jack Craig and Jay Parker go after it. Marty DeCourcy tied up in the corner. Chipped out. And Studley will chase after the loose puck. Yes, it makes it for an icing call by the length of a puck.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, I thought Billy was going to wave that off.
Billy was going down. Billy was like, will it make it? Will it make it?
I think he's getting a little abuse from the Mayfields right now, too.
Face off to the left of Doc Smith, Gauthier, and Sideropoulos. And Sideropoulos for O'Toole, and his pass to center ice. Salvaggio knocks it down. It's kind of funny. Salvaggio playing defense. A year ago, Salvaggio was one of the top scorers for the Leafs against the Rangers. Sideropoulos comes in and buries it. I don't know how he beat Andy Pelly. I think he just used Salvaggio as a screen. 2-0 Rangers.
I think he did too. I'm not sure Andy even saw that shot coming, but great play by Sideropoulos right there.
Sideropoulos, two of the multiple goal scorers so far for the Rangers this season. And Sideropoulos gets his third of the season, 2-0. As in front, Doc Smith, one save, loose puck. Evans trying to whack it and can't. Now Evans digs it out, and he's Keane on top of him. Quinn gets the assist, but that was all Sideropoulos' work. No matter what, it's the Rangers 2-0, and the fact of the matter is the Rangers got a pretty good shooting percentage. Gauthier rifles one, rebound, and Ryan couldn't knock it home. I was going to say that the Rangers shooting percentage, I'm looking over your shoulder, Bob, they're 2 for 5. That's 40%.
They're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good percentage.
Again, back to the rope-a-dope theory. It's not necessarily quantity, it's quality, right?
That's right. I mean, we're finding that out. The Whalers, the Rangers. Maybe that's the new theory. Maybe everybody's got to go to the left. Some sort of defensive posture and just get shots when they could.
One of the players down here said that they
The dreaded neutral zone trap.
Yes. What? Go ahead, Rick. Much.
One of the players down here along the side said they should get a limo service to pick up Jim O'Toole every week.
But Jim O'Toole has nothing tonight.
Maybe it's just a confidence thing.
I know. Sideropoulos and Uva got the goals. By the way, Rick, do you think Andy's going to be coming back for the pads?
He told me he was going to come by, and every time he pulls in the driveway, I just lock the door and turn the lights off.
Sideropoulos.
Whoa, Andrew.
Andy's got 2 good saves in this one tonight. When were the pads, by the way, Rick?
He's got like 3 sets of pads we bought for him, and he's stuck with those Smith pads now for a couple of weeks in a row. And every time I see him, I just say, "Hey, Andy, keep walking," because I'm afraid I know what he's going to ask me.
Doc Smith also wearing the Smith pads. No, they're not. That's the brand name.
Yeah,
folks.
Vinny Triani wears them too, so it's a few guys have them.
Hey, whatever gets the job done.
That's right.
Darren Jacobs, he's got the job done many, many moons in this league. Bad pass, Marty DeCourcy. DeCourcy, however, I like what the Rangers have done so far. Whoa. DeCourcy and Bibo are not getting along too well. DeCourcy trying to walk away from it.
I would imagine they're both going off.
Yeah, I think so.
I would hope they're both going off.
Yeah, I think they both got a little nasty.
A little feisty.
They didn't say anything. They both know.
Well, maybe they were discussing the Pats game today.
Discussing the quality of the broadcast team.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're all mad at us for some reason.
That's okay. Now they broadcast internally within the rink here. We're afraid they're going to have their smartphones on the bench and start giving us a hard time.
I'm just waiting, when the smartphones come out and they're going to call Toronto to see if it's a goal.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sawtell's home. We can call Sawtell's house.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why is Sawtell home?
Oh, he had to go home. Something wrong with his dog or something.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. No. I thought that, because he forgot to bring the water or something, that, he was being fined by the Rangers.
We told him his game was at 10:30 tonight. And by the way,
he bought it again.
We've got a new sheet of ice.
I ran to your good friend Paul LeBlanc yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And BJ's Wholesale Club, and he says he's going to come down for a broadcast just to show him if she still likes you guys.
He's welcome anytime.
Yeah, but the problem is, Rick, if he comes in the rink, he's going to take credit for all the goals and assists, get his totals up.
He wanted to make sure.
He'll be hanging out with Hammer in the scoreboard. He won't come up here.
He only had one concern: was anybody going to catch him? I said no. Then I won't be down.
All right. He'll ask. Yeah, Bob's right. He's going to ask Hammer. He's going to say, "You put down the fact that I scored the goal." Sideropoulos! Oh, what a recovery and a roof job! Bobby Sideropoulos, his second goal, he just ended up with a puck after having it blocked on the first attempt, and he just shot it, and Andy Pelly didn't have a chance.
I thought I heard his pads. I heard a thud.
I think he did get a piece of it, but it's certainly not enough. I mean, that just shot. That's 2 goals by Sideropoulos. He's using a combination of his speed and his quick release to just freeze Andrew Pelly, and Andy didn't have a chance on that one either.
Well, times have changed. The Rangers were getting beat up so bad the last few weeks, and all of a sudden they come back like this is great.
You know, the funny thing is, one of the people told me that Bob Sideropoulos, on the fact that his brother was a scorer.
Was he ever?
Yeah, the scorer. And Bob was just a better feeder, that he fed off the fact that his brother used to feed him in the Masters division. Tonight, it's no, that's not the case. He's firing rockets out there. He's got 2 of the 3 goals, and it's 3-0 Rangers. And I think Marty DeCourcy thought it was a power play situation. He was going back to the bench and told, no, it's still, you got to serve some time out here. You and Mr. Bebo got a little nasty with each other.
They didn't put it up because they have to stay in there for a minute and a half, and then they can't leave till next break and play. So,
you know, it was Harold Sideropoulos got a hat trick with a wicked laser to the far corner.
If this keeps up, let's get a new bulb for that far end. What do you think?
I think Bob Sideropoulos has worn it out this
keeping
period.
him busy. Certainly keeping him busy.
Well, in the space.
Was it 6 seconds?
No, that one was 9 seconds. By the way, at 1:51 Sideropoulos, 4:55 Sideropoulos, and 5:02 Sideropoulos. And the Leafs are saying, the Leafs are calling timeout. They're going to discuss. You see the guy wearing number 10 in white? Stop him.
They're going to challenge his stick. They're going to get a ruling on the curve of his stick.
Bob Sideropoulos has taken. Bob Sideropoulos has taken 4 shots this period. He's got 3 goals. They said 13 from 10. I don't know how you get Paul LaFond in that first goal. That was Sideropoulos' shot.
I think he's reading that backwards.
I think the 2 of them, Bob Sideropoulos, because he fired both. Bob Sideropoulos is what? 4 shots. Yeah, we're having an argument on that first one. No, we got a great vantage point. Bob Sideropoulos shot it. I think, and he got the rebound right at his feet and shot it again. No Paul LaFond in that one. He just fired 2 laser beams that Andy Pelly is like, he's down there. You're looking at Andy. Andy looks like somebody told him.
Oh, yeah, his eyes are bugging out of the helmet, and he's got snot bubbles coming up there, and he's drooling on himself at this point. He's just going nuts.
I don't see any Jersey barriers down there. I think that's how sad he is.
I better get my gear out of the car.
You might have to. We might have to have a rubber padding put next to him.
Oh, yeah, he'll lose it pretty soon.
Oh, man. I think he's in a state of shock. And look who's coming back on him again. No, he's 3 for 5, Sideropoulos, in this period.
I'm going to have him buy a lottery ticket for me tonight.
Man, is he firing lasers out there. Well, you said maybe get a limo for Jim O'Toole. You know, the funny thing is, Jim O'Toole is just sitting out there. He's the decoy right now. Yeah, Sideropoulos is just having fun. Leafs are down 4-0. Harrington fires it. What? The Leafs are putting all sorts of pressure on, and they couldn't finish because Doc Smith has played extremely well. Right now, the Leafs have just been hit with a haymaker. They've had a standing 10 count, literally, because number 10 has put a. Well, you talk about a haymaker. Wow. Leafs defense, the worst in the Classics division, and I can't remember the last time I've ever said that. The Canadians and the Leafs were the 2 worst defensive teams coming in tonight, and I got and the Canadians have the Bruins. And you know how the Bruins must be loving that one. Leafs can't put the pressure on. All of a sudden, here comes Sideropoulos. As Sideropoulos brings it in, broken up. Smith fires it, blocked in front. Mayer. As they allow anybody in here. DeCourcy in! Oh, Doug Smith the save. We are,
They're going to call a trip on Uva on that.
Yeah. Well, we had, by the hammer here, trying to get that score sheet from add to our thing, which, by the way, the Whalers beat the Toros 4-0. Figure this out. The Whalers beat the Toros 4-0.
Toros probably had 40 shots on goal, and the Whalers probably had 6.
Yeah, John's right. And the Whalers, 4 different goal scorers. Typical Whaler hockey. Okay. Next break, I'm not going to read the scores for tonight as the Leafs power play begins. Next break we have, I got to read you the Legends Division standings. The inning fun. Oh, Smith trying to get it to the course, flying to the net, deflected away by Aaron Jacobs, who gets the puck down. Minute 5 to go in the power play. The Leafs need anything to get this back and get it in their favor, because right now they are being hammered by Bob Sideropoulos personally. Jeff Uva scored in the first period. Bob Sideropoulos has got 3 here in the second period. And 2 of those shots are just, you wanted to get the jugs gun out on 2 of those shots. Those were just lasers. He got off 2 quick wrist shots that just had a lot of speed going to the net. Right now the Rangers are doing a great job in killing off this penalty. 18 seconds left. One opportunity.
Making it not even look like it's a power play, actually. They're doing such a good job.
Yeah. They've shut off center ice on the Leafs. The Leafs are coming up to center ice and they're going backwards as soon as they hit center ice. We're all even up. O'Toole heads out of the box. They're having too much fun, and look what happens. Breakaway. In front, Lafon jammed by Andy Pelly. Andy Pelly just did a great job off the Bob Donahoe feed to Paul Lafon and jamming him in front, and a feed from Mike Ryan by Jeff Gauthier, and he got tied up in the play. There's a difference right now. The Leafs come in, and they don't get the shot off. The Rangers do get some sort of shot off on this open ice.
That's 2 2-on-1s mark on the last 30 seconds for the Rangers, and both times Shooter had great opportunities to actually get a shot on that. Now that the Charlie go for the rebound, I think they're getting just a little cute, trying to get that perfect goal.
And the funny thing is, when the Leafs get something in an odd man rush, they don't get the shot off. The Rangers recover. Smith picks it up. Tom Smith looks, sees Jay Parker heading to the net. Broken up in the play. Tom Smith rolls it in. Andy Pelly. Pad save. We'll emphasize every pad save for Andy Pelly in this one. He needs to get the confidence back. Poor Andy. It hasn't been his fault. Really has not been his fault. Sideropoulos is having room to run, in close shots, and he's firing rockets at the net. Smith coming back. By the way, Paul LeBlanc says he's coming back as Sideropoulos comes in. Does these goals by Sideropoulos go to LeBlanc? Isn't it the same name or something? O'Toole coming in. Andy Pelly with nicest save in the world, because that thing was ticketed to the far corner. That thing was heading into the far corner. Okay, Legends Division standings. After the Stingers 5-0, we have the Saints with 6 points, the Toros and the Whalers with 5 points. They're both 2-2-1. The Sharks have 4, 1-2-2, and the Crusaders are 1-3-1 with 3. Is that an indication that after the Stingers, as the puck is iced by the Leafs, the Legends division is going to be a little bit interesting down the stretch?
Certainly getting a little room between themselves and the rest of the pack. Still early, but I still give the Saints. For some reason, I just think the Saints are just starting to percolate a little bit, and they're going to make it interesting.
By the way, you gave me a great idea for next week. The promo, the Saints and the Crusaders. I came in the league next week. Good. Bob Hayner gets the assist in that one. And the Rangers are right now trying to add to the lead. O'Toole comes crashing in off the Sideropoulos feet, and Andy Pelly gets a piece of it. And the Rangers setting up like they have a power play. O'Toole has it blocked. Keane keeps it in, but he threw it right to a Maple Leaf. Leafs trying to come back. Early in this period, the Leafs were controlling. All of a sudden, Steve Mudge's knuckleball knocked down by Doc Smith, but Sideropoulos can't get around Mudge, and now Keane will try. Gavin Keane banks it off the boards, rolls it all the way down, and makes it for an icing call. 23 seconds to go, middle period. Bob Sideropoulos has 3 goals in this middle period to give the Rangers a 4-0 lead. Oh, by the way, Saints and Crusaders next week. Canadians and Red Wings the following week. So the Legends division tonight score Crusaders 3-2 over the Sharks in a shootout. Stingers 4, Saints 2, and Whalers 4, Toros 0. Here in this one, the Classics, Rangers just laying the lumber right now, and one person in particular. Bob Sideropoulos leading the way, 4-0 Rangers. And if this, as the Rangers try to add to it with one last chance, and Joe O'Connell in front, blocked. Well, Bob Sideropoulos in the space from 151 mark to the 502 mark, be the better way to say it, scored 3 times. We head to the third period as Sideropoulos leading the Rangers to a 4-0 lead after 2. You're watching the South Coastal Hockey League Game of the Week.
Back here, Hallmark, we have the 2 periods of hockey. The shots on goal, second period, 12 for the Rangers.
And
which
Bob
you never hear that.
Yeah, wait a minute. Did I hear that right?
That may have equaled any and all of their period performances for shots on goal. Out shooting the Maple Leafs that second period, 12-6.
Bob Sideropoulos.
2 period totals, 15 for the Maple Leafs now, 15 for the Rangers, 12 for the Maple Leafs.
I was going to say, Bob Sideropoulos must have had 5 of those shots in that period. He had 3 goals.
And I'll tell you, if not for some really outstanding saves by Andrew Pelly, this game's a 6 or 7-0 blowout right now, not just 4.
And Marty, of course, he gets robbed by Doc Smith. Anything that the Leafs get, Doc Smith has just smothered them. And he's smothering them again with that opportunity in front. Cleaves pinches in. The Leafs are trying anything to get on the board. The Leafs, coming into this game, were tied with the Bruins for the best offense in the Classics. They were tied with the Canadians for the worst defense. Tonight, the defense is not having a good night as Bobby Bebo shot it off the side of the net. Bebo's got a goal in this one. As now Jim Smith will start back. Leafs trying to change this one around. They just stunned because they had the pace. You know, Bob said it best. The pace was theirs in the first period. All of a sudden, Bob Sideropoulos just pulled the plug on that pace. Pelly knocks down the flick at center ice. I got to laugh. I was doing all these notes before the game. You know, Bob Sideropoulos didn't score against the Leafs last year.
Wow.
Decided to make up for it. Evans comes back. Evans takes it deep, trying to pass it in front. Picked up by Lafon. Lafon will try to break back, slow down the play by Gauthier. Picked up Bob Donahoe, rifles it in. Pelly knocks it down, leaves it for Studley. Don Studley snaps it off the boards and will be icing on the play. I don't think we have to worry about the Chick Hydro player of the game right now.
I think that's a lock unless there's well, you never know.
Unless we have a tragic, third period here. I don't know. Mr. Kelly cannot go to the goaltenders union even if Doc Smith throws a shutout because Sideropoulos just put on a show. That's if it stays this way. Still a long ways to go. Gauthier for Evans, and the pass get deflected away by Quinn as he knocked it loose, and LaFawn tipped it ahead. Studley tries to avoid Donahoe. Studley floats it out center ice. Quinn will get to it first, snap it back in. Carrig tries to come back. Last week, the Rangers got their first win, beating the Canadians 5-2. Tonight, 4-0 lead. The flick in by Paul LaFawn, grabbed by Andy Pelly. And I bring it up for a reason. 2010-2011 winter season, Rangers started off just like this, 0-2-1. They were stumbling and bumbling in the beginning. They got to the finals and won. No, I don't know.
Well, it certainly wasn't their first final. They just.
Actually, I mean, they should say they got to the finals, but I mean, it's like they know how to get to. They know how to handle the rodeo. The old cliche goes. They know how to, they know what it takes. Mudge in front for Harrington, blocked on the play. And right now, they're doing a heck of a job at the defensive end. Doc Smith's getting a lot of help.
Yeah, they really are frustrating the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs haven't had any continued forecheck all night long. They're getting the oddball shot here and there. And as you mentioned, Doc Smith has certainly come up to the task on the few occasions he's had to make some big saves. But other than that, there's just no momentum at all offensively for the Maple Leafs tonight. And the Rangers is doing a tremendous job of plugging all the holes and creating, not creating any overman situations. And the few shots that are on Doc, he either stops them and doesn't give up rebounds, and that's it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, Bob, in the first period, it looked like Doc was going to be seeing 9,000 shots a net the way this pace was. The funny thing is, it looks like the Rangers won the Maple Leafs out. Uva rolls it in. Pelly knocks it down. I mean, Andy, normally, we laugh, we kid Andy about the Jersey barriers. They're not even being made tonight.
He actually just had a few out there, and I think that last save just kind of, you'll see in a couple of minutes. I just saw him because I was looking for him in the first period. He didn't do any, but just a few minutes ago I looked, and he was certainly trying to start something down there. We'll keep an eye on it.
Get his confidence back somehow. Tom Smith winds it. Pad save made by Andy Pelly. Does he get the pad out? O'Toole rolls around. Jimmy O'Toole is doing one thing.
He hasn't had time to make Jersey barriers. He's too busy. He's too busy stopping pucks.
The funniest thing is DeCourcy down the middle. The shot goes wide. The funniest. We have a Ranger penalty coming up.
I think a hooking penalty. I'm not sure who it was on.
You look at the Maple Leafs. They are in the state of shock right now. Uva heading off for a second penalty of the night. Looking on Jeff Uva, second power play for the Maple Leafs. The first one, absolutely nothing for the Maple Leafs. They had an attempt in front, and it got blocked, and there's their first shot in the second power play. But it's not a whole heck of a lot of steam on the Palmier shot. Maybe the Maple Leafs got to think that it's, the old cliche, visualize that it's the Canadians out there because they play their best against them. O'Toole fires it wide. Jimmy Smith, the long rebound. By the way, the Rangers and the Maple Leafs, I guess because we start the second time around, they go against each other next week. DeCourcy from Smith, and that's how bad a night it's been for the Leafs. Mayer fires it blocked. I mean, Marty DeCourcy has been red hot so far, and he just fanned on that shot. DeCourcy, nice maneuver, backhand shot, pad save, Tuck Smith. Roll down the other end as it's 35 seconds to go on the Uva penalty. And even the shots that the Leafs are getting, they're not really hard shots. Ryan kicked away. Smith rolls it in. Pelly knocked it down. I don't know, guys. No Bill Sawtell. Is that a hint? No problem. You know that's going to be on Shoot the Puck. Gauthier picks it up. Gauthier squeezes it for Ryan, has it blocked in front. They can't even, they're just struggling. I think they're in the state of shock. Studley, as we're all even up with 6:30 left, Rangers up 4-0.
I think I'm going to put the whammy on the Maple Leafs right now, Mark, but I'd be interested to hear when the last time anybody shut out the Maple Leafs.
I can't remember. I'd love to. I'm going to look back. You know, the funny thing is, I'm looking back at my Leafs-Rangers scores for the last 4 sessions is whistle stopping play. All the shutouts, 3 of them, the Leafs have shut out the Rangers 3 times in the last 4 sessions. And tonight they are just being bottled up. And Jay Parker's the one who's shaken up.
Yeah, Jay actually took a thumb. He did a good job back checking and got himself. Just got himself his skates caught between. He took a bad spill and nobody caused it.
I'll check it out.
Just his hustle did it.
Darren Jacobs who got injured. Doc Smith was out there. And Doc Smith is a doctor. That's pretty good when you have a team doctor and a team chiropractor, which the Rangers have. Jay Parker, who's a doctor chiropractor. Yeah, and now they have a team goal scorer instead of Roppos and O'Toole as Ryan stopped by Doc Smith. Rangers, we said, have a little bit of everything on their roster. They probably have one of the most interesting rosters
and
around.
And a fireman.
Yeah, and a fireman. Yeah. Fireman Bill. And a state police colonel.
Yeah, police officer, fireman, couple doctors.
The only one who was, I think, don't the Sharks have a shade more? They have the DA. And it's tied up. That tampon salesman. The 2 more, those that we're trying to give you. We have versatility in the South Coastal Hockey League, don't we?
That's why I tell guys that score goals, don't get excited. You scored a goal and a tampon salesman that has an AARP card in his wallet. So if you get excited about that, you really got a problem.
Yeah.
We also have the county sheriff on the Sharks team.
Yes, you do. I've said you have the most versatile roster in the Legends.
I can drive as fast as I want.
I've been behind you, yeah. On the ride home, yeah.
Where are you coming from? I was just at...
He's at the rink making saves.
Just shopping Tim Cruz.
Why are you driving so fast? None of your business.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I know?
Yeah. Do you know who my hockey team?
Yeah. You hear that guy on that sound bite on the radio, Tim Cruz? He's my teammate. Icing on the play in the Rangers. Who was it telling me? There was a high school situation. One of the coaches was laughing a long time ago. He says, we have a teacher, and then we have a policeman in the program, so we can arrest the kid. Then we have a lawyer who can represent the kid, and we have a jailhouse. Somebody who's at the House of Correction who's a guard. So if the kid gets sent to jail, we can do it that way. He says we have it covered. So the Rangers have it covered. The Sharks have it covered.
And we got 4 deputy sheriffs on the team also.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
So you guys have it covered. Everything's covered.
Everybody's got a firearm. That's the problem. Everybody's packing.
Yeah, that's why you were in a shootout tonight.
Yeah, we have a shootout. Somebody gets killed.
Literally.
Yeah.
Got to go to their shooting ranges.
Only kidding. Sorry, Sheriff. Didn't mean that.
Got to go to their shooting ranges. Find out what they're using for targets.
You can tell that this one's lopsided right now.
Instead of the bullseye, put goalie pads on them.
Now the Leafs, well, let's see, we have Sporting Goods, Rockland Athletic, Mr. Evans. They're not as versatile as the Rangers, occupation-wise. Salvaggio coming back. Doc Smith trying to get the shutout. That's about all that's left in this one because the Leafs are just frustrated by the Rangers. Rangers is just playing a superb hockey game.
I'll tell you, shutouts nothing new to Doc. He holds the all-time record for consecutive shutouts, three and a half games at one point.
I remember that. The funny thing is, Rick, this might be it's solid two-way hockey in front of him. It's very few great situations for the Leafs in this one.
No, certainly not a cheap win for sure. The Rangers have dominated them in all aspects of the game tonight.
A few weeks ago, we had the Rangers against the Bruins, and the Bruins just
Here we go.
crushed them. Smith in on Pelly, 5-0 Rangers. Sideropoulos, the assists. He's got 4 points tonight.
So I think the Chick Hydro player of the game is going to be Bob Sideropoulos with three goals and an assist.
Yeah. You know, Rick, you can't go to Doc Smith even though he gets a shutout.
Hey, and a new advertiser tonight, an additional gift certificate in our portfolio being handed out tonight. Now we have friendlies.
Ah, Mr. McGuire.
Player of the game gets his gift certificates and a Hydro Razor.
The Whalers captain. Now the Whalers have McGuire, but then again they have the crazy people on that team.
They're very colorful, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Very colorful group, the Whalers.
Yes, and they are a class organization, and people don't know. They've had some fundraisers for one of their players once because one of their wives was pretty sick, and they did a fundraiser, and they showed the class that way. Right now, the Rangers are just... Doc Smith is just having fun. Doc Smith's looking, yeah, bring it on. He's just nodding up and down.
You get in the groove sometime playing goal, and you're making so many saves. You want to give it back to the guy. Go ahead, shoot again.
Come on, get it again.
Take it again.
Can't you shoot harder?
I'll kick it back to you so you can get another shot at me.
Come on, pick a corner, will you?
Yeah, come on, put a little test on it. The Leafs aren't even doing that. Look at the Ranger defense. I mean, every Leaf that is around in the offensive zone, there's a Ranger just right next to him. Smith back, he's got a goal in this one. Ryan and the Rangers cut him off, slow him down. Keane gets, help from his defensive partner, Darren Jacobs, to get to the puck. 2 minutes left, 5-0 Rangers, and they have just been solid through and through tonight.
Sautel's back in the building. He's glad he didn't get dressed.
They might be going, Bill who?
Yeah.
Bill. Rick, did you see Shoot the Puck? They had Fireman Bill heading to a new team.
Oh, yeah. You like the picture of him holding the hockey stick? Didn't know how to hold the stick. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Doc Smith makes a save and ties it up. Yeah, he had the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
Poor Bill. He's that target of that Shoot the Puck. Those nasty guys over there. That website.
Well, one thing about Bill, he hates everybody, but he hates everybody evenly.
Equally, yeah.
I hate you all equally, so there's no bad thing to say.
Equal opportunity hate monger.
Right.
By the way, how did you like the poll and Shoot the Puck? Will the Stingers go undefeated? Those were 4 interesting questions.
Well, they could.
Yeah.
The games are all close. If they were blowing people out, 7-2 and 8-1 and stuff like that, I'd think, well, but most of the games are pretty close. The 4-2s and stuff like that are not blowing anybody out.
No, they control tonight. They just,
Well, they don't have any. They were right. There's no weaknesses on that team. You look down. Every team's got a couple of, opportunity players. They don't have any. Everybody on that team's a good player. So I think and also Frano's in the zone right now too. So.
Well, the other thing is too, they're all ex-Rangers. As Mudge fires it, knocked down Doc Smith.
Yeah, that's where Rangers go to die. Right?
Yeah.
I heard from our good friend Tony Shaw again.
How's he doing?
He keeps the good Republican emails coming for me.
Oh, they wrap around the Rangers.
That was a shutout.
Right, it's gone and
59
Steve.
seconds.
59 seconds left.
Me and my big mouth.
Doc's going to take a stick and wipe out that red light.
Actually, a nice wraparound goal.
It was a wraparound goal.
Pretty nice wraparound goal, yeah.
Steve Mudge actually got the goal. It was right the first time. It was either him or... I just saw the 0 part on the uniform. But the fact of the matter is, Doc Smith just got caught napping in that one. He just didn't get... I don't think he thought that was going to come. 5-1, but This hasn't been a 5-1 game by any stretch of the imagination. Bob Sideropoulos saw to that in the second period. Mudge fires it, gets off Doc Smith's glove. Salvaggio fires it high and over the net. The Leafs is just firing, but the Leafs really haven't done a whole heck of a lot.
Well, they're not nailing it in.
Too late. Yep.
No. Denton snapped across, blocked. Salvaggio, 15 seconds left. Everything's wide or blocked. O'Connell just feathers it down and ends it this way. Bob Sideropoulos, who will be joining Rick Kelly on the Schick Hydro postgame show, because Bob Sideropoulos had 3 goals and an assist, and the Rangers have a 5-1 win. Back-to-back wins for the Rangers. Bob Sideropoulos scores 3 goals and an assist, and he gets to talk to Rick Kelly. He's got quite a night going for himself. Take it away, Rick.
What a night for Bob Sideropoulos. A hat trick in the 1 period and an assist. He really turned it on tonight. How'd it feel?
It finally felt good. It's been a while trying to get adjusted, playing with a new line now, but it's fun. It's fun. I had a blast out there.
A lot of times the goal scores how Jim O'Toole goes. It seems like they went as you went tonight.
Yeah, they were either going to him or covering me. Tonight they were covering him, so I was just shooting. They were leaving me open. So
you were in close a lot. Andrew Pelly tonight. He stands up. You got him going side to side. This way he seemed to score.
Yeah, I'd like to say I was aiming, but it was just luck.
The Schick Hydro player of the game with a hat trick in the second period tonight. Bob Sideropoulos. Bob, congratulations. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back up to the booth.
Not bad. From 1:51 of the second period to 5:02, you get 3 goals. Yeah, just easy work, huh?
Yeah,
easy work.
All the night's work, Mark. Yeah, he's certainly, literally, that one that segment there was just was fun to watch.
Oh,
it was just fun to watch.
It was like, okay, I'll hit the corner here. I'll blow it past him here. He just took different shots.
And I don't think Andrew made a save in that 4-minute span. There was 4 shots and 3 shots and 3 goals. I mean, he was just picking his spots, getting quick release, and really his speed started. His speed started and finished all those. Goals. So credit to him for the hustle as well.
Guess what, guys? Of the 15 Ranger goals, Bob Sideropoulos has 5. That's not bad.
As Bob walked away, his little girl came up to him. He handed over the Friendly's gift certificate, the Uno's gift certificate. His wife took the gift certificate from the Bloomin' Place, and he took the Schick razor, and off he went to the locker room. Yeah. Good timing.
You know who runs that family.
That's right. Good timing for that, huh?
The one time you bring the wife and the daughter. Okay.
That's right. Here you go, Dad. Friendly's. Oh, good, Dad.
So, guess where we're going on the way home?
Yeah. Where's the one you got last week, Dad? I don't get these every week, honey. I don't do this every week.
Dad, can you get 3 goals every week?
Anxious, he just went flying to the puck. Oh, Michael Ireland, nice save. It's in at the back line. Rick Welch in net. Barnard comes in. Barnard, nice feed in for what a save by Holstein, but it rolled over his pad and in. Taters answered. Michael Hanks and Dana Dolan, Bainey, or check that Tim Cruz.
Didn't miss by much either.
No, Harnish in front, nice maneuver. Martin scores!